Nice work, Teach. Still, that fight left a foul taste in my mouth. That aside, did you see how Catherine fought?
She's incredible.
Agreed. I thought the power of the hero's relics must be exaggerated, but I was clearly wrong. Makes you wonder about that legend.
What legend?
Oh, it's nothing. Just the usual fanciful nonsense. An ancient relic that once cut a mountain in half with a single swing. That's what they say, anyway. But as amazing as Thunderbrand is, I don't think it fits that description. Apparently, relics can harness tremendous power for those with a compatible crest. Though you can technically use one so long as you have any crest at all. Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I'd like to try cutting a mountain in half someday.
Ooh, are you talking about relics? You'll be able to use one soon, Claude. I just know it. After all, you've already been selected as the next head of House Regan.
Easy there, Hilda. I don't know how apt soon is. My grandfather is still unbearably healthy. Oh, is this news to you, Teach? Yours truly was recently recognized as a legitimate child of House Regan. They possess one of the hero's relics too, though I've yet to see it.
Just recently?
I officially joined House Regan only last year. Before then, I lived with my father. When I learned that my mother was the daughter of an Alliance noble, I was so surprised I thought the whole world was pulling a fast one on me for a week.
So that means your mother is Duke Regan's daughter, right? Where is she now?
I can't say. My mother's currently living in a different world than the one she grew up in and has no desire to return home.
Okay. You sure have a lot of secrets, don't you?
I'm just keeping a promise to my parents. Make of that whatever you will. In exchange for my so-called secrecy, I'm free to do as I please. Which is why I decided to see what the other side of my family was like. That's how I found out about this strange crest I bear.
Professor, Claude, it sounds like the troops will be withdrawing soon. We should return as well.
We won. We should be celebrating. Instead, we're heading back with heavy hearts.
Whoa there, what's the matter? You look as sad as a kitten without any yarn. If we hadn't done what we did, the rebel army would have followed this road all the way to the monastery. And they would have crushed all the little villages along the way. We stopped that from happening. You should be proud.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lenato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
I am glad to see that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped.
I still have much to learn.
There is no need for modesty. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lenato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's Rite of Rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
We won't let her down.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The Rite of Rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well, but there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seiros is sure to be in attendance.
And with that, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. There's an assassination plot on Rhea, so we gotta watch out for that. Whose birthday is it? Casper, alright. Yeah, I will. Casper's one of my personal favorite characters. Really fun one if you do end up in the Black Eagles.
Okay. So our task this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery in support of the knights, who are busy trying to stop an assassination plot. Here's the thing. I don't think the bad guys are really trying to assassinate the Archbishop.
It's a distraction.
Precisely. That secret note with the assassination plot on it, there's just no way that was real. People don't just carry around secret notes. Someone wanted us to find it.
You really think the assassination plot is just a distraction?
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. But then, what are they really after?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so worried. Let's see. It probably involves somewhere that will be empty during the Rite of Rebirth, yeah?
Since the ceremony is at the Goddess Tower, it follows that everywhere else at the Academy will be severely understaffed.
Do you think they're after the church's donation money? I hear noble families tend to donate quite generously.
My bet's on the dining hall. It's a treasure trove of delicious food. Makes me angry just thinking about them getting their grubby hands on it.
Let's split up and look around. I'll keep an eye on the reception hall.
You should get in some training if you have the time, Hilda. There's a good chance we'll have to fight.
Well, I'm not the only one who needs to train here. It's not right to single me out like that.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seiros, and that little go-getter there is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
Shamir's apprentice?
Yep, she's teaching me about the bow and the sword and all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Alrighty, and so we have our plans. There is an assassination threat, I suppose, but there's still apparently something else they're after. Students are sharp, that's for sure. Alrighty, so what are we going to be doing today? Guess it's exploring. However, we do have certifications to do. Everyone, I believe. Okay, so Lorenz. I mean, yeah, guess I'll make you a soldier. You can't really do anything else at all, so that's fine. Dexterity is probably one of the least preferable stats to gain from this particular class section, but if there's nothing else for them to do, why not? Plus, might as well have a few fighters. Raphael's going to be a, what is this? Fighter. Oh, that's right, he's a soldier. Fighter, increases strength. Obviously, that's very good for Raphael. I'm not going to change that around at all. And if you're wondering what exactly is like the end goals for these classes, I just want to make these students like a good variety of classes, basically. Oh, Ignatz is already up, but he can change over to fighter if he wants, which he will not. Marianne, I mean, it's So there's a 64% chance of gaining Myrmidon here, but I think I'm just going to make her a monk because, I mean, I'm not going to really be using her. It's just, I need her for healing. And I don't want to change her to a class that cannot use magic, because I want to say monk's the only class you're allowed to use magic as in this first section. So I'm going to put her in it, obviously. And then I need more to the marketplace. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't really matter for who, just to the convoy. What do we need, like 4, 5? I'll buy 5. It's worth it. You gotta do this anyway. I mean, I guess you could skip your first... Actually, can you skip a class? I don't know, I've never really tried to just upgrade someone immediately at like level 10 straight to an intermediate class. Alright, Leone, you got the option of a soldier or a fighter, and I'm gonna give you fighter, because I'd prefer you to have a strength increase than a dexterity increase, personally. Just personal choice there. Yes. It reminds me, I'm not doing anything with Anna. Everyone else is upgraded, looks like. We're all good. Got a few students that are pretty close to their intermediate class, in fact. Let's explore. Alrighty, there you go.
A hero's relic.
Do you know something?
However could I know something? Still, it is heavy on my mind. The stone within the sword. A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
I believe you. Alright, so what's on our quest list for today? Know your enemy, only the bold, T for 2, in hiding, and a peculiar trend. Yeah, there's a few new things that are being introduced to us here. I'm gonna go to the first of them by going to the training ground. Actually, it looks like you don't actually get the mission here, so I'll save that for a second. Let's go to the Knight's Hall. There's a few students to meet here, and there's also a mission up near the graveyard, which I believe we're not allowed to go into yet, which is a little odd. Gotta love all the little details they put around the monastery. Artificial flower. Oop, I know who that's for. Hoo boy. There it is. It's almost like you were hiding.
Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading this letter from my father. He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that.
Interesting.
Hey, I got a favor to ask.
Fighting tournaments. Oh, hey, exactly what I wanted to do. I'll accept it then, obviously. Cool. So, that's introducing a new mechanic. If we go up here to the training grounds, there's a new thing to do, and I wonder what weapon it's going to have us use. Hello.
You're skilled. Why won't you battle me?
Jaritza. Humph. He can faculty train you because he is the trainer. Let's see. I mean, I could get my sword up to the next level. We'll play around a little bit today and see. Thunderbrand replica, someone who's enthusiastic about training. And badge of graduation for graduating Garrigmach Officers Academy. That's I'm not sure about either of those, cause like
the Boar Prince should hurry up and claim the throne, rather than letting old customs hold him back.
Oh yeah, you'll hear him talk about Dimitri as the Boar Prince. That's something you'll get into first of all later in the game, and second of all, a lot more if you choose the Blue Lions. Do you have the Thunderbrand brand replica?
I know nothing about.
Okay, it's not you. None of these are you then. Okay. Sometimes it's a puzzle. So we have tournaments, and it's for sword users. Okay. In that case, who's our best sword user? I mean, I guess it would be me, but I can't be in it. That leaves Ignatz. Ignatz is nearly our highest level. Actually, he is our highest level, and he's a D+ as well, so sure. So you're going to want to choose the best student for the job here. Ignatz happens to be ours. I don't think he's going to be quite strong enough to win this. Actually, maybe he will be. He does have Sword Mastery 2 under his belt, so maybe he'll be able to. He doesn't have a lot of speed though, so he's not, well, I mean, also we're going to be going against other sword users. So basically you keep fighting them until someone gets knocked out, then you move on to the next one. There's 5 rounds, and each round you get a better reward. As you can see, we'll get a steel sword plus if we win this round. Wait, no, that's if we win the whole thing. Never mind. Which is probably not gonna happen because we're pretty far back. So he needs to hit us 3 times. We need to hit him 3 times, and we will attack first. So I think we're good. Yeah, so as long as we attack first, we're fine. And then finish them off.
I actually won!
Yeah, crazy. You don't get a ton of money for this either. I usually don't do these tournaments because they're more often than not worth it. So I'm going to have to restore him here because otherwise he's going to get knocked out in 1 hit. You get, I think it's 2 restores throughout the tournament. And you can use 1 in between each round. Yeah, because we need to hit him 2 more times and he's going to get 2 more hits. Yikes, dude.
I actually won!
Okay. So here's the question. Can we survive the next one? Because they do get stronger. Yeah, now they're doing 8 damage to us, and we're doing 5 to them. Don't ask me why, because... Oh, I guess it's because they're the mercenary class. They're only level 5, so they're under our level. They only have 1 skill, which is lower than ours, yet they do a ton more damage. So that's just unfortunate. I don't think there is a way to win this one, but I'll go ahead and heal him. He's up to 25. No, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, because now that they hit us twice, like, it only takes 2 more hits for them. It's going to take us 3 more. Yeah, we just don't have a very good sword user in our students, but Ignatz will get there. And hey, that does the quest, so whatever. Whatever works. Alright, with that, let's go to the Officers Academy and do the main mission quest. Because obviously you need to do... I don't know if I've ever outright mentioned it. You need to do these red quests to continue the week.
To figure out our foe's intentions, we need information. Lots of it. Or any, at the least. For now, try going around the monastery and looking for suspicious locations. You should also try chatting folks up to see if they know anything. Once we've got things narrowed down, let's meet up and compare notes.
You got it.
Can I ask you a favor?
Talk to people in the monastery to help figure out the enemy's true aim. Oh, this one's this is a mission and a half. You basically have to go look at all of those mission markers we have now. It's kind of ridiculous. I guess I'll talk to the other 2.
It seems there were forces up. I never thought such forces could exist in this world. I suppose...
I don't know. With everyone stuck on guard duty, our study and training time has been drastically reduced. Indeed.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and knock them out as we walk through. There's one right south of here, and that reminds me to stop by the Amiibo Gazebo to get items. I think the items build up the more days you go without checking them. So since I'm checking a lot, it's like giving me 3 items. That's fine. Wrong way. This way to the mission marker.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame.
What supplies?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Do not trouble yourself over it.
Good, glad I asked. View
I have
quest.
something to ask of you.
Gather information on the thieves' hideout. Wow, y'all just want information, don't y'all? That's just more things to talk to. Alright, let's go straight south and do this other mission. It looks like it's with Anna. I keep saying Anna because of Overwatch, because that's her name, not Anna. There's items everywhere. Want to make sure we grab these, especially like, it might be weird. I'm probably the only person that's like this, but the most important items that I like to get are the fishing stuff, especially because you can't get them by buying them until much later. Not much later, but later in the game at all.
Okay.
Yep, it's Anna.
Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
For money.
Hey, how about a favor?
Enemies and auxiliary and quest battles are now in possession of valuable secrets of some kind. Steal or collect 3 dropped valuable secrets. You'll be rewarded. Neat. So that's just something that's going to happen naturally. You don't really have to focus on that. It's purely extra.
Hello.
As far as that goes. Let's see. There doesn't seem to be any missions down here, but As always, earthworms. Manuela.
Professor, as for me, I blame
Yeah. So I'd like you to train me in healing again, just because I want to get that proficiency. Actually, if I'm going to do that, I might as well do the choir practice so that some student can gain motivation, because I don't think anyone in our class really has any motivation at the moment.
It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrick Mock's 995-year history. So many beautiful flowers, plants that can save or end lives. They are all my precious children.
Okay. Alright. Interesting. Any items in here? Ooh, yep, there's one hiding in the corner. Fodlan seed. Speaking of which, lets you do some greenhouse gardening. Harvest. That's a ton, good lord. Nearly enough to get us to the next professor level. Okay. I tend to just do the higher leveled ones first. Get to 2. And I will actually cultivate them to the max of our ability. You'll realize later in the game that you're like not spending enough money. So I do like to focus on that. Alright, you can press ZR to, ooh, hold on. I have something for you, Lawrence. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Here, take this flower. You're so welcome, wow. At least you have full motivation. Someone's out here is willing to learn. Just keep on lookout for dropped items, or lost items, rather. Could do this. Oh, you can actually see what everyone else is. Interesting. Hello. Head Chef Challenge. So I guess... I mean, we'll do... Let's do Lysithia to get her to full motivation. And then once again, you know we gotta do it. Where is she? Annette. There she is. Hello.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away. Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Neat. That'll get her to full motivation. Nearly professor level D+. Hello?
What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The goddess's Rite of Rebirth is an important event for the Church of Seros. They say it's the day when the goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me. Best if you keep that to yourself.
It's very telling that nearly nobody, like, actually takes the whole, like, religion seriously. They kind of just like, oh yeah, we gotta do it. Sucks to suck. I think you actually have one of these. Maybe not. The badge of graduation? No, I think I know who that goes to then. Alright, in the meantime, have some gifts, because I can. Ooh, you like these.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's not a loved item. They'll have 2 ups. Flowers are basically like oh, everyone will like this. And I think the horse riding boots works for anyone who has an affinity in riding.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's so much here, I couldn't possibly name just one. Even this here kitchen contains precious wares, wine bottles from centuries past and the like. I hear that stuff is fancy, but not very drinkable. I doubt anyone would go to the trouble of stealing it.
Interesting. So, that's not important. There's one quest we haven't started at all. Oh, it's all the way over there. Sorry, I'm just gonna warp. It's Ferdinand. Yoink. Feels deeply repentant. Okay. I don't even know. That could be anyone.
Setting fire to the stables to distract everyone. To cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book. But I cannot shake the thought that our enemies may attempt it. I will stand guard and watch over the stable. And the knight's horses. They are truly magnificent.
You are such a wiener.
Please, do me a favor.
Find a tea aficionado who's worthy of Ferdinand's tea set. Cool. Who would really love tea? So this like kickstarts another thing that we're going to be able to do from now on. Flower seeds. And we can do that later. Is this all the way up here? We were literally just up here. Like, great.
Professor?
Guess I should have done that first. Hello, priest.
Do you know what this room is? It is the church's treasure vault. I say treasure, but I do not mean silver and gold and jewels. It mostly contains weapons, artifacts, and the like. Anything that would cause too great a stir, should it be stolen? No. The church knows better than to store anything too valuable in such an accessible location.
So the valuable stuff will be in an inaccessible location in that case. Let's go to the library next. We have a lot to hit. Like, this is, I think, out of my memory. Oh, hey, that'll actually, there you go. Read a book about fishing and we become a better teacher. How do you like it? We got more activity points. Wish I had it this week, yeesh. Oh, here's another one to increase our professor level. You in the corner.
There are numerous books in this library that you cannot find anywhere else. But once you are here, you can read them easily enough. I doubt someone would go to the trouble of stealing one. Sometimes Seteth will dispose of books that are deemed inappropriate for the monastery, but that's about it. In a way, I suppose that makes those particular volumes more valuable, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Classic censorship from the church. Okay. Also, you can like read these, by the way. There's like all these things. This talks about Brigid, which is where what's her name's from. So other countries that don't really matter too much. Dusker's where Dudu's from. Yes, I know it's Dudu, but still. Like the fact that they had to point that out in the Nintendo Direct about Byleth being in Smash. Kinda funny. Who else is this? Is this Hanemian?
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. However, an assassination attempt on Lady Rhea is doomed to fail. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing. I suppose the priceless objects in this room could perhaps draw thieves. However, there's no one but me who could make use of them.
So it has to be objects that nearly anyone could use. Although I guess it could be like... Guess it wouldn't have to be anyone, depending on whether these enemies are special. Adult with a taste for liqueur. I have a feeling I know who that's for, given it's in her room. Let's go to the cathedral. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we're also going to be able to do the message box every week, which is, personally, it's one of my favorite things. I like, it's like a puzzle. Alright, I don't like interfering in squabbles between noble brats, but the parents complain if I don't. It's annoying. So this is Shamir. Could be entertaining to make the parents fight? That's, I don't know her personality 100% well, but I think that might be it. Wow. Oof. Alright. She is a teacher. You know, I don't even care when people say I'm short. I'm definitely open to suggestions if you know a quick way to grow. This is Casper. I think it's lots of different vegetables. Is it? Unless he hates vegetables as a personality trait, I don't imagine this being the wrong one. Really? I guess he just doesn't like vegetables. That was not the correct answer. Also, something else to do here. Choir coordinator. Let's get, Man. No one's a particular fan of this. So I guess I'll give it to Claude. That already gives us like 4 green. Yeah, we already have more than 4 green boys. Let's just, no, not Claude. No. There we go. Because since we only have 4 activity points to use and we already have 4 green faces, let's go ahead and give it to Dorothea and Annette, just for recruiting purposes.
I'll keep my voice down.
Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud? Singing is
We've heard Onets. Yeah, Dorothea was in a... Oh, come on. Look at my white magic experience. You hate to see it. Okay, well that's all of our things, but we still need to talk to literally everyone in the darn campus. Go to the four corners and whatnot.
Here's an idea.
Mysterious Notebook likes telling jokes. I think I know who it is.
On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public, including the Holy Mausoleum. The Holy Mausoleum is where the tomb of the divine Saros lies. There she slumbers, eternally. That's pretty much all that's in there. Just an ancient coffin. It's sealed with a powerful magic to protect against would-be grave robbers.
Okay. So, I mean, it's just a body, so there's not too much reason to go in there and steal it, but again, it's the body of what? A goddess? So, I mean, I could believe it.
Have you visited the Goddess Tower? It's a sacred place used for rituals and the like. In general, students aren't allowed entry. But as you'd expect, that rule just excites their curiosity. Some have even tried sneaking in. Well, at least for this month, that kind of behavior is totally unthinkable. We have a lot more security, what with the goddess's Rite of Rebirth coming up.
Okay. I mean, with all the security, I can't imagine they'd go here. Also, I believe this book, Mysterious Notebook is yours?
Oh, this is mine. I thought it had vanished.
Yeah, okay. Thought so. Oh, geez, I'm really not sure what the rest of the, things are for. Okay. Also, goodness, we have so many supports to go through. I'll show a few at the end of the episode, I think, so we can start going through those, since the professor doesn't have any to go through, and those are the easiest to access, really. Where else do we need to go? Fishing pond. Manuela's there too, and I believe the liqueur is for her.
Maybe.
Though I'm not sure where. Oh, she's right there, literally. Hello.
As I blame all.
In fact, I already talked to you. Also, why did her portrait disappear for one thing? Wellness herbs. Yep. Thought so. You do get to use the professors at some point, by the way. I guess it's not important to outright say that, but still. And, hey, guess who'd like tea?
Are we real? If I find it...
It's Lorenz. Is it gifts, or is it... Yeah, elegant tea set.
How kind of you.
Yeah, it was kind of me. That increases your motivation even more.
Pay you sometime.
So with that, we will now, instead of just giving someone a present on their birthday, you can invite them to tea. You can also use up an activity point during your exploration, I believe, unless I'm just misremembering that, but I don't think I am. So there you go. How far are you? Ugh. That's right, I just have to report back to him because we found all the people. Cool, well I will report back to him, and then I will go around the place and increase my friendliness with everyone.
Thanks, that was a big help.
Talk to the people of the monastery, figure it out. We got an owl feather, which is, I believe, loved by most people.
Something the church values above all else. And on the day of the rite, it'll be open to the public, making it easier than ever to get inside. That's gotta be it, right?
The mausoleum.
Bullseye. We don't know the enemy's intentions, not yet, but our best bet is that their target will be the Holy Mausoleum.
Alrighty, sounds good to me. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna start exploring, talking to some characters, looking for any items that I've not found yet, and I will report back to you afterwards. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't gone over this. We can do this. Online liaison. The monastery is now hosting travelers. So travelers will come into your game from other people's games who also have the online functionality enabled, and you can take part in Recon Training. They can join your army as adjutants, or you can buy items from them, and they have some really darn good items for really darn good cheap. So it's useful for doing it. Recon Training is a challenge to locate hidden travelers. If you're successful, you can earn resources as a reward. Yay! And if you succeed multiple times, you can earn a battalion. Oh, I wonder if that's like an actual, like a special battalion that you can't get otherwise. A traveler hired as an adjutant will follow one of your units in the next battle. Afterwards, they may sometimes teach you an ability or combat art that they have equipped. This can be really, really good because there's certain abilities that you can get from adjutants that are just darn good. So, like, let me see. Oh yeah, they're also going to have, like, this is kind of spoilery. Maybe I shouldn't have enabled that. Anyway, there's that. They do show, like, whatever state the student's in their story is how they'll be, which includes, like, farther down the line classes that maybe you don't want to see yet.
Yes.
That's interesting. I forgot that we were actually doing that as a mission too. Oopsie. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it. We found that intel that Seth said he was looking for. There doesn't seem to be a good warp, and I really am having trouble getting through this menu, geez. Oh, okay. Well, y'all are here. Seth is south.
Hello.
Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it's rough, you know? Hello, Seth.
Well done. You have my thanks.
I need it. I get things. I don't think any of these are yours. I mean, if it would be, belongs to a graduate.
I'm sorry to say.
Could have been any of the teachers. Because I think I'm thinking of the wrong pair. I thought it was maybe Ash, because I knew he graduated from something. Might not be. Alright, anyway, I think that'll wrap things up for today. Hey, where's Onat? I don't know. That'll wrap things up for today. Let's go ahead and end it. I am satisfied with what we've done. We've gone up a professor level as well. And let's do this in this round of instruction, I think. So where are we all sitting? I have 4 things here, so let's start with Lorenz. Lorenz is close to a C+ in Lance, and not close to a C+ in stable work. Okay. Well, I think let's go ahead and get his leadership up, because really no reason not to. Yeah, you got that fruit. With that, like, if I can get him to a D, he'll be able to use more battalions. And since I do want him to be a mounted unit eventually, because obviously he has affinity there, or a strength there rather, he'd be able to get around and use battalions well. So that's a way we could go with it. Let's go ahead and raise his spearmanship a bit, because hey, why not? Raphael, oh boy. No, so I did get a question like, hey, why are you doing Raphael as a writer? Wouldn't you, or as a knight, wouldn't it be easier to do someone else? Maybe, but this is just like, I have ideas of where I want everyone to be in the end, so I will do this, basically. That's it. And I might take brawling off of his goals, just because, you know, might as well. He really gets nothing there, though. Lysithia, you just about got a C+. Go ahead and give that to you. Reason level 3. You love to see it. She'll be even more powerful, basically. And you know what? Let's give her a C in leadership. Because I know it's not leadership, it's something else. Oof. She'll get it. She'll get it in between. Give it to Hilda. So she'll get that C+ in Axe Fair. Let's have her, have her train flying a bit, I think. That'd be nice. Because I do want her to eventually be a flyer, and it's good to focus these things early. And since, like, I really have no reason to focus on... What am I gonna say? On, like, axes and lances beyond, like, B, really? Once you get there, you're kind of good. So, you know. Hey. Raphael. I'm gonna set you to axe, and I know you're gonna hate this riding. So, he'll get his E+ in riding. We'll be Gucci in the hoochie. Let's see. I think everyone else I'm okay with, probably. Let's... Actually... Wait, I think I'm wrong about this. I think I might be completely wrong. Eesh. Hold on. I'll hold on. I'll keep that on that so he gets that one level. But I'm thinking I might have the wrong, like, idea with his, like, sets. His end goal set.
Well,
May you. Excuse me, can you help me? I always get the feeling that I'm being watched. I'm get so nervous that I can't sleep at night. It's the goddess watching over you.
I see.
She didn't like that one a lot. Oops.
Hey there, Professor.
Why do no. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna have a check out the classes. St. Kathleen today. Yeah, we'll do a hymn. Who will it be? Oh, okay. You know, white magic users.
Oh well, that adds some color, I suppose.
Jesus.
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon.
Claude is ruthless. All right, well that'll get us up on our faith. We got heal. Crazy. So if we ever do have a class that can use magic on us, we'll be good. Oh, this is perfect. It's Flane's birthday. Well, of course we're gonna host a tea party. So I'll explain how tea parties go. It's a way to get a lot more support experience than you normally could. Basically, say things that they'll enjoy. And this is a very good test of like how well you know the character, as well as being very fan baity. So there's all that. Keep them happy and they can stay as long as you like. And you get to choose any of your teas. We finally get to use these. So I'll give her a good one.
I'm honored that you invited me.
All right, so we'll offer tea. They'll sip. You get to see animations. It's all cool and stuff. It's very shiny and a good time. You can see the 5 pixel wide texture for the bush in the background. So I'm thinking it's, likable allies? Yeah, you gotta choose. Sometimes 2 of the 3 are good. So you don't have to think about it too much. School uniform, capable comrades, gotta be comrades. No, she hates that. I guess it was uniforms. We haven't really gotten to speak to her much, so. The courtyard couple, the opera, a new gambit. Is she a gossipy girl? Oh, she is. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. That's still more than you would get out of just giving them flowers, so hey, I'll take it. It was very delicious, she said. But, oh goodness, you get, oh, that's right, we get charm increases. Which is good for, someone told me, for battalion controlling, so that's good.
If there is work to be done, can't say not
looking forward to it. We've seen it.
It was only
I think I'll change them around next time I have a week to do that. Got a few skill ups. Nothing I wasn't expecting from looking around at it already. One away from that lance up. He got Frozen Lance, so I believe that's a semi-magical ability. Takes on, like, I don't know. I'll have to look exactly at what it does, but it's a skill. Battalion Desperations, that'll increase our battalion controlling. I haven't gone into changing around the skills that people have, which is what, like, abilities rather, which is what axe prowess and stuff like that is, mainly because you can hold 5 or 6, I forget, at a time, so you really don't have to worry about managing them until later in the game, but we are at that point now, so I might have to take a look-see at it. Curious how Ignatz is doing. Yeah, sure. Cool, maybe I'll remember to actually put that at the end this time. Yeah, I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying. I'm not gonna go ahead with this day. Well, all I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna check classes. So, like, let me look at the advanced classes here. What are the, yeah. So Fortress Knight is the only, heavily armored one. And there's none that are, like, mounted, and you can't see the master classes yet. Oh, okay. Alright, that's cool. I think I might have to not go with a writing class. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. See you all in the next one when we continue through most of the rest of the month. See you all then, and goodbye.
Meat is the best! Veggies and fish are great too, but there's nothing like a good cut of meat.
May I join you?
Hey, Lawrence, you here to eat? It looks like you barely grabbed anything.
Please, this amount will suffice for me. There's no need to compare our portions.
No wonder you're so skinny. My little sis eats more than you. Come on, have some of mine. You need it more than I do.
You offer me half-eaten scraps? The nerve! With manners like that, even a nobleman would be an absolute disgrace. Have you no dignity?
You're pretty touchy, huh? It's probably just because you're hungry.
Raphael, please, do you mind? I cannot enjoy the simple pleasure of a meal in these conditions.
Why can't you enjoy your meal? You don't like what's on the menu? You wait here. I'll go to the kitchen and find something tastier for you.
That won't be necessary. Please, just let me eat. In peace. Alone.
I don't think you get it, Lawrence. Nothing goes with a meal better than good company. If leading the Alliance is your goal, you should really try eating with other people first.
I'm afraid I fail to see the connection between leadership and dining.
If you want to be a leader, you have to know how to get along with different types of people, right? If you really want to get to know someone, all you have to do is share a meal with them.
Quite the contrary, unfortunately. It seems the more time I spend eating with you, the less likely we are to become friends.
The more you eat with someone, the more you learn about them. Their likes, their dislikes, you know? You might get some of their food that way too. You can eat more and bulk up. All that talking made me hungry again. I'm gonna go get seconds.
Oh, what an absolute bother. But I suppose he does have a point about observations of character at the dinner table.
Okay, I've decided on the composition.
Composition?
That's right. The composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say,
You paint?
Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
That's not what I'm saying.
Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.